A Glasgow hitman for hire was dubbed the pram-pushing hitman by the media after concerned parents noticed a stranger pushing an empty pram outside a primary school, waiting patiently for his intended target so he could open fire, and this was December 2016. Now this was due to the war between the Daniels clan and the Lyons clan because it was in full effect. Now one of the dads had actually filmed a heavily disguised man roaming outside St George Primary School, Penny Lee, wearing a scarf and a puffer coat and also a woolly hat. The unnamed hitman was at the school for 3 days prior to the shooting. It was also alleged that he had coloured his skin to further disguise himself. Now the hitman was said to be part of the feared Scotland crime family. On the 4th day, the hitman pulled out a semi-automatic rifle from an empty buggy and then fired at notorious Glasgow gangster Ross Monaghan, who was allegedly implicated in a number of murders himself, including that of Kevin Gerbil Carroll. Our parents ran in all directions, and some parents were even frozen in fear while the GUN was trained on them. The frightening incident took place on Mere Dykes Road, and again some of the parents tried to take cover round and underneath parked cars, the screams shrill and deafening. Ross Monaghan, who had just dropped off his child, was walking back to his white van when he came face to face with the hitman. Both men stood motionless for a split second, staring at each other, before the hitman again reached out into the pram, picked up the rifle and quickly took aim, pressing the trigger on instinct. Ross was struck twice with ammo just after 5 minutes past 9 in the morning. Ross was not a guy to mess with, and he was heard to be shouting, "You effing P. Put the words together yourself." The former soldier and now gangland figure was able to shield himself by running in a zigzag motion, despite the fact that ammo actually went right through him, cleanly. As well as ammo striking Ross, ammo was also lodged in a tree. During the investigation, 37-year-old Martyn Fitzsimmons, who was also an ex-soldier just like Ross, was arrested and charged with being the hitman that tried to murder Ross. And then another man, Mark Richardson, was arrested and says to be part of the gangland plot. However, both gangsters managed to beat the case. So, in reality, the pram-pushing hitman has never been caught. And it was a miracle that Ross Monaghan survived a hit on his life. Stay safe.